If you want to increase your leadership, this video is for you. I'm going to show you the exact levers to pull to increase performance or behavior of your existing team today. Your ability to cause behavioral change or increase performance of a particular person on your team is the only leadership measurement that matters. As a leader or a CEO, you should be doing only the work that only you can. And so I created this thing called the to dominate list. And I put a list of all the things that I need to do in a particular day on the right-hand side. And then on the left, I force rank them by saying which one of these tasks are the most important for our business, for today, for my time, and are only jobs that I can do. And I call that my to dominate list. So the first job in leadership is to self-lead. Your team, your other leaders, the people in your world, they need to see you as somebody who executes at a really high level. Because we all know those leaders who think that they're leaders, but everybody talks about them behind their back. This is the number one thing you can do. Create to dominate lists in your day-to-day so you can perform and execute at the highest level. What's interesting about the to dominate list is I was in a meeting the other day with one of our leaders, and he made this huge statement. It's like, hey, 50% of my time is doing X. I said, okay, great. Let me see your calendar. Let's bring up your calendar. I want to see that you actually are spending 50% of your 40-hour work week on this thing. And of course, he was not. And so the second thing on this list is, number one, know what's on their to dominant list, but also make sure that your people are utilizing the calendar to time block their day. And I do this every single day. Like in this video, I know exactly what time I have to be in this room to shoot this video, and then I'm off to the next thing. Most leaders are very organized with their time. I protect my time like it's air, like it's the air that we breathe, because it's the only thing that I can't actually get more of. Once you're 90 and you're done, you're done. And so time is one of your most valuable assets as a leader, and you've got to use your calendar to protect all of it and be focused on the most important work. This one's kind of silly, but the third one is actually really good. I'm in a group, and a men's group, and one of the guys who I own an apartment complex with actually was like talking to me. He's like, hey, how would I lead here? How would I actually step into more of a prominent role as a leader within our group? And I said, well, do you take notes? And he's like, what are you talking about? So my number 3 thing is, if you want to actually be a leader, you take notes. And what that means is every meeting, every interaction, every employee conversation or vendor or customer or whatever, I have a OneNote and I take notes about what happened, what exactly was going on, what the expectation was, how I felt, how they felt, what our next steps are. I take notes in every interactions with the people in my world, and that means that I record and remember things that other people don't. So prior to a one-on-one, for instance, I'll actually pull up the last time we had a one-on-one, see what they were working on, and it'll be the first set of questions in my next one-on-one. And so the number 3 thing you can do to actually lead and change behavior and increase performance in your team, in your business, in your life is simply take notes. It will be a big deal. I remember I was in this group and I was trying to transform something in my life, and I'd set a goal 4 years prior. And one of the members was like, Daniel, it's been on my calendar for 4 years. My job is to check in with you. How are you doing with this one thing? And I felt such honor from that one member. His name is Daniel too. He's a Daniel and a Daniel. But anyways, the point is, he cared so much about my goals, my dreams, what I was focused on, that he took notes, and then he cared even more and he put it on his calendar so he could follow up with me. Great leaders are focused and they take notes. One thing about humans is their need for rhythms. Every single human, and I have kids, so I know they need to wake up at the same time. They need to go to bed at the same time. Dinner needs to be at the same time. They need to go to school at the same time. As humans, we crave rhythm. And so the number 4 thing is meeting rhythm. Your people and your ability to lead is your ability to actually get into a rhythm with your people where you're on a regular meeting schedule. They're reporting the numbers to you. You're interacting. You're helping them solve problems, remove obstacles. This is what it means to be a leader. Be in a rhythm, a meeting rhythm with your people so they know exactly what to expect. They know exactly what they're focused on, and you guys can win together. Okay, the number 5 thing is just being super grounded in the future. And let me explain. As a CEO or a leader, you are casting vision for your people. That includes numbers, performance, behavior change. You're trying to create this story and then pull everybody into that future that you've created in your mind. And that means if you want to shift performance or behavior, you actually have to go to their individual contributors' head and actually cause change. You have to want them to want the same future as you do and to be part of building that. So you got to break their individual performance into how this equates to the overall company's performance. And that's a skill of a leader, is being future-based, casting vision, and helping individual contributors understand how they can contribute to the overall mission and vision of the business. The important thing here in leadership is getting the people that report to you to explain what the issue is in order to get a change in behavior or a change in performance. It's important for them to articulate what is actually going on, whether they're doing the wrong activities, they're misunderstand their role, they're not clear about what the outcome is. Maybe they have a diluted focus and you're just not clear about what they actually are supposed to be focusing on. As a leader, what you need to do is have them articulate the issue or challenge that is happening so that they're not performing or they're not behaving the right way. And so that's the keystone thing in this entire thing. All of these tools are designated for a leader to be able to step in and say, well, what do you think is going on? What's the issue here? What's holding you back from performing for this or performing in that way or behaving like this? And so it's your job as a leader to have the person actually articulate what they believe the issue is and then dive into all these tools. Can you show me the notes? Can you show me your calendar? Can you show me what you're doing every day? Do you have your list, your dominate list? Like, use these tools to pull out of your people what's causing them not to perform or misbehave, and then help them to make change. That's what the role of a leader is. Influencing your people to actually have a clear understanding what's going on in their performance or behavior that needs to shift.